One love to the humble. One love to the humble. One love to the humble. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you all for being here, watching this video, and going through this, and understanding that, we got a big battle ahead of us, a big battle. And it may be one that cannot be won because it's all about the hearts and minds and the soul, right? It's all about the soul. It's a spiritual war that's going on. It's a spiritual war. And you're not going to be able to beat a spiritual war using physical, you're not going to be able to win a physical war, a spiritual war being physical. It just don't work like that. Spiritual war can only be won with spiritual weapons, not physical weapons. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Black people cannot work together. It's just the way it is. I know we like to talk about all of the great things. We like to talk about what happened in the past. We like to talk about all those great people from the past. Well, those great people are not who we are today. We are not the same people they were. Them people that we look back in time and that we hold to a high regard, you got to remember, those people grew up in a different time than we grew up in. There's no way we're like them. We don't even think like they think. We don't move like they move. It's just not in us anymore. It's just not in us anymore. We just don't have what it takes anymore. There are a few of us out here who still trying, but a lot of us really don't understand, and most of us are just simply confused. Which is why you have the things happening today that you have happening. We just can't work together. And we ride the coattails of those people of the past. We're not doing anything today but destroying. And when you bring it up and when you talk about it, people don't want to hear it. Everybody's mad at the other black person who's talking about it. Nobody wants to bring these things up. All we want to do is talk about what's good. Well, why talk about the good stuff? We got that part right. We can play basketball. We can play sports. We can entertain. We can do that pretty good. But what about the things that really matter? Like being able to get along, being able to work together, being able to trust each other, being able to take what we do for each other and make it grow instead of trying to hurt the person that's helping you. What about that? Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I've been through it myself. And I've come to realize that we just cannot work together as black people. It's extremely hard to get us all together and working in harmony. We used to could. We used to do that back in the day. But we don't do that anymore. We really don't care anymore because we have conformed to the culture of today. The people that we look up to, like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, all the greats from that time, we're not like them. Them people were born in like the 1920s, 1930s, where black people were proud to be black, and they took care of each other, and had God as a head, and they had families, and they had things that was important. We don't have families anymore. We don't have structure anymore. We're not taught to work together. We don't have trust for each other anymore because we can't be trusted. Because we're going to do each other in when we get the opportunity. We're going to do each other in. Then one day we won't do the white guy, the white man, we won't do him in. But when it comes to each other, we are brutal. Oh, I can give you an example. There was a time when I used to do things like help out single mothers with buying stuff for their child for school. I used to buy book bags, paper, pencils, and all that. And I don't care where you stayed at in the United States. I would go out and buy it. If I put the thing out there, they would let me know that they needed it. I would put it all together, and I send it to them no matter where they were. at free of charge. I would send it out to them. I was doing this on a regular. All I asked was post a picture showing that you got it, with your kids standing by it, let it be known that you received it. And for others to see it so they can also get in on it, and I can do the same thing for them. That's what I was doing. Everything was going well. But then one time I said something and I was critical to black people. And this one female, this one single mother that I was helping, she saw it. And she got mad. She flipped. She turned everybody against me because I was critical. I made a critical comment about black people. Pretty much what I do on this channel, telling the truth, but I'm being critical. And she switched on me. Oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. She flipped the script on me and just started going off on me, telling people I said this and I said that. I did say it, and I'm gonna keep saying it because I'm gonna keep talking about what ain't right. But anyway, kept going on and on, talking about, just talking crazy about me. And then all the people that I was once helping are now against me. Now imagine that. I'm helping you. I'm doing something for you. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about as a whole, how we are as a whole. And that went downhill. So I stopped doing that. I was like, yo, I ain't helping no more single mothers. I'm done. Like, how can you be so sensitive that I make a critical comment about our community, which is true? I wasn't lying. I wasn't making up stuff. I don't come on here and make up stuff. I tell the truth. And many people can see the same thing I see. But anyway, that went downhill, so I stopped doing that. Had another situation where I was doing something for the youth. I was doing Save the Youth is what I was doing, what I was trying to do. So, I was putting it out that I got this thing going on. I'm gonna save the youth. I'm trying to gather up people to come meet black people in my hometown where I'm from. I'm getting people together, gathering people up. Like, yo, y'all gonna be there, come to the meeting. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna try to do something, form an organization for the youth. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there. Everybody gonna be there. Everybody gonna show up. I did it once. Nobody showed up. All the people was, I'm gonna be there. They didn't show up. So I said, all right, I'm gonna let that slide. So then I did it again. I said, I'm gonna try it one more time. I went and got this, I went to the hotel and got they have a space you can rent out. So I got that space. This one's really kind of crazy to me, but I got that space. And it was a girl that worked at the front. They hooked it up, black. I didn't know her, but she was from around the way. And we got it set up. I put the tables out, had everything set up, ready to go, got a podium, waiting for the people to show up. Nobody showed up again. I was like, man. Not only did nobody show up, but the black girl that was working at the desk, who didn't even know me, she knew me through somebody else, she started talking crap. I was like, yo, what's going on? All I'm trying to do is help people. Black people cannot work together. Oh, I ain't done. I had a friend of mine that I've been knowing since middle school. I went off in the Army, as I said. I went in the Army back in 97. Around about 2001, I was in Germany from 97 to 2001. As I told you in other videos, I wanted to be a rapper. That's what I was gonna do. I thought I was gonna rap my way out the Army, right? That's what I'm glad that never happened, but that's what I thought I was gonna do. I'm gonna rap my way out the Army. But I'm glad that didn't happen, and I'm glad I was able to stay in the Army for 21 years. But anyway, I was gonna rap my way out the Army. I'm gonna start this record label, man. We're gonna start making songs. I'm getting up out of here. So I came back to the States after my 4 years in Germany. I was stationed in North Carolina, and I'm from North Carolina. So anyway, I I linked up with a dude that I knew from also from school. And he was telling me about another one of our dudes that we knew that he was rapping and all that because I was telling him what I was doing. So he would link me up with him. Linked up with him. Told him what I was trying to do. He's like, all right, cool. So we started working together, doing things, doing songs and all that. So some years went by. So we doing shows, we doing mixtapes, we doing all this stuff. And so some years went by. We doing all right. We ain't really like, we not becoming famous or nothing, but we doing what we got to do. So then years went by. So we're like, yo man, let's create this. We're gonna do let's do a website. So we doing the website. We took turn. We like, all right, I'm gonna pay you on it 1 month. We go back and forth on the payments. So then it came time for his payment, and it didn't get paid. Like, yo, what? It didn't get paid. So I'm thinking like, yo, man, what's up? This your turn to pay and all that. Well, no, let me take that back. This was a while ago, so I might mess this up a little bit. He didn't make the payment, so the dude, the place that we had to make the website had called me, and I was like, yo, well, no, it ain't my turn this month. It's his turn. He told me like, nah. He told me that he no longer affiliated with you. I said, what? Now, he ain't tell me this. He telling the guy that done the website for us is calling for the payment. He told him. I'm like, yo, nah, that's my dog. Nah, man. I'm thinking like, ain't no way he said that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way he said that because, man, I've been knowing this dude since since middle school, and we've been making music for years. We've been doing shows. We've been traveling around. We've been doing all this for years. He been living at my house. Everything. What you mean he ain't? What you mean he said we ain't down? Not only was he living at my house, but one of my homeboys from the army let him live at his house also. I mean, like living there, no money, no nothing, just taking care of everything. My homeboy taking care of everything, feeding them, housing them, everything. I'm doing the same thing. When he came down and stayed with me, I'm doing everything, and I couldn't understand. What you mean? I thought he could come to me and say, "Hey, it's over with," or "I'm done with the group," or whatever. He didn't do any of that. All these years, like 5 years, we have been rocking hardcore, doing what we gotta do, and then I get told through the dude that did the company that did our website, that's who told me that me and him ain't no longer a group. It shocked me, man. I'm like, yo, what? I couldn't believe it. And so I said, well, nah, man, let me call him up. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. He ain't answered the phone. Like, yo, what's going on? What's up? Why he answer the phone? This was like 2013. This was like 2013, and me and him had been. It was more than 5 years. Me and him had been doing this thing since 2001. We had been from 2001 to 2013. Me and him had been rocking this music. Think about that. 2001 to 2013, we've been rocking this music. And out the blue, this is what I get told. I call him up, no phone call. No answer. And believe it or not, I haven't talked to him since then. I haven't been able to talk to him since 2013 when he cut me off. And he didn't call me and cut me off. He told that dude that he had cut me off. And he never talked to me about it ever. Since 2013 to now, I ain't had one conversation with him. I ain't even seen him since then. You can't work with black people. Because this is what they do to you. Oh, I ain't done yet. I got another story. They always tell you, hey, man, hire black people, man. You need to hire black, man. Look out for your own kind. I'm like, all right, cool. So I got a business. I started a business. I didn't start this business because I wanted to. This was a necessity. It wasn't supposed to be a business. It was supposed to be just something to make ends meet. But it turned into a business. So I went out and I said, I'm gonna hire black people. I had held some interviews. Two black dudes came through. I just hired them right away. I didn't even do nothing. I just hired them dudes right out the rip. I hired them right out the rip because that's what I was really into, the black thing. I've been through all the other stuff, but I still believe, I still gonna try to do the right thing. This guy was terrible, man. He did good work, but he won, and I blame myself too, though. It ain't all on him. Partially my fault because I put too much belief in black people, so I can't put it all on him. It's also my fault. Anyway, I hired him. I had two of them. One of them quit. He quit. He trying to talk the black stuff to me. He was one of them Israelites. And, I'm all for it. I was all for all of that at that time. But what he expected and what we was doing, it didn't work out. So he quit. It was all right, whatever. But the other guy, he didn't quit. He stayed. Now, the first day I hired him, and when I went to, no, not the first day. A couple of days, I went to pick him up. No, I had a place we meet up, and then we go out to work. I didn't have no building or nothing like that at the time, so it was a meet-up place. They would meet up, I pick him up, and we go on do our work. But I noticed that his mom was bringing him to the thing, to this pickup spot, to the meet-up spot. But his mom was old. His dude was older than me. He was in his, at that time, he had to be in probably, this was 2020. I think he was like late 40s, probably like late 40s, going on 50, somewhere in there. Anyway, so I said, man, tell your mom, that she don't gotta keep dropping you off, man. Just give me your address, I'll come to your house. Because I ain't want his mom to be getting up early to bring him out and all that. Because she was an older lady. So he was in his 40s. She probably had to been in her late 60s or probably 70s or something like that. I would assume. Because of the, I don't know. It's just what she looked like. So me and this guy started having, everything was going good. He wanted to borrow money. I'm like, yeah, I'm all about the blackness. I'm going to look out for the brother. Hook him up with a couple dollars he needed. And this is all while I'm picking him up, I'm paying him, and I'm letting him borrow money. And he always told me I could take it out of his check. Which, that's, sorry about that. He always told me I could take it out of his check. But that wasn't, the money thing wasn't a big deal because I could always get it back. But my problem was this. Whenever I go to pick him up, he ain't never ready to go. Either he not at home, he not ready to go to work, or he just gonna not be there. He just not there. But I drive over there to pick him up, and he's never ready to go. He either never at home, or he ain't ready when I come to pick him up. Now that's not gonna work for me, right? Because I'm trying to like, yo man, you need to be ready to go. Or you need to call me the night before and tell me you're not gonna be at work, so I won't have to drive all the way over there. But every day is a surprise, like a jack in the box. You don't know what you're gonna get when you show up. And I'm lining up jobs based upon the employees. But guess what? The employees ain't never ready. I dealt with this for a long period of time, trying to look out. But he used and abused me. I didn't get in the situation. He kept doing this over and over again. Whenever he got paid, it became like automatic. He wasn't gonna be at work. Or it was just always something with him all the time. And so I fired him. He won't come to work. He'll give me a story about what happened. It was a lie. But I try to look out. Me trying to be the one. Black power, look out for your brother. Hire your brother. Hire black. And no, that didn't work. And then I had to let him go. But I kept a record of all the times he didn't work or he was late or whatever. So then I got rid of him because we was getting to the point we about to fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like the fact that I'm younger than him, trying to tell him what to do, and I'm using my authority on him, and that did work. We was getting into it, and so we had to come to blows, like really throwing blows a couple of times, and I knew then it's time to let go. Like I'm doing everything for you. I pay you your weekly pay. I pay you top dollar for what you do. What you do ain't really worth that, but I'm paying you more. I'm picking you up in the morning, and I drop you off in the evening. I let you borrow money, which I can take back at any time, but I'm doing all these things. And all I ask you to do is one thing: be ready to go to work. Or if you ain't gonna be at work, give me a call, let me know, so I don't waste my time. But he didn't care about none of that. He did what he had to do to look out for himself. Screwed me. He don't care. Because you know why? Because you can't work with black people. You just can't. The majority of us, you can't work with. So I ended up letting him go. I fired him. He went and tried to file workers' comp. But I had all the information that I needed. You're not getting no workers' comp off me. So I went in there, I filled all that stuff out. All the late days, all the days he didn't show up, all the stuff, I filled it out. He didn't get no workers' comp. Workers' comp, workman's comp, whatever you call it. I mean, this is what we do to each other as black people. I got more stories, but I'm not going to get into that. Be careful when you're working with black people, especially when you're doing good for yourself and you got something going on. They will take you down because they don't understand. I don't think they do it on purpose, but it's more or less they just don't get it. They do not understand how things work. They don't understand business. They don't understand any of that, so they don't respect it. They don't respect each other at all. They don't respect you. They don't respect themselves. So it's going to all play in together. And if you brave enough to trust working with somebody black, you better hope you got your ducks in a row, because you guaranteed to get used, because they don't see it like you see it. They looking at it like, yo, this is a black man. He gonna look out for me. He gonna help me out. He gonna get me whatever. He gonna treat me better than them. And they think you owe them something. They think you owe them because you made it. You created something that they ain't create, so they think you owe it to them. Well, they'll run you down to the ground. They don't care about your business. They don't care. They will destroy you. Every black person I ever had worked for me, except for like maybe a few, they almost destroyed everything I built. And I built this from nothing. Nobody gave me this company. Nobody did it. I built this thing from one piece at a time, the hard way. I ain't had no money. I ain't had nobody give me nothing. I ain't had nobody do it. I had to grind it out on my own the hard way. And I'd be damned if I'm going to let somebody come in here and destroy this, because they don't understand what's going on. They don't see the benefit. I put people in position. I said, yo, I'm going to put you here. I'm going to put you here. All you got to do is grind it out for a while. You have your own crews. You be out here running. You get paid this right here. They couldn't do it. They wanted something for nothing. You working here 2 months and you asking me when I'm going to get my own crew, man. 2 months? I learned my lesson. Before I hire somebody black, well, it's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a thorough check. Cause I ain't going through that again. I'm not going through it again. I just know I can't work with black people like that. I gotta be real selective of the black people that I work with. Very selective. And people out here screaming Black Lives Matter, love black people, come. Nah, that's bull crap. Nobody, black people don't care, man. They do not care about these things because they don't understand it. They don't even know what it takes. It ain't just black people, but in this scenario, this is what I'm talking about. Anybody that say, oh, the rich gonna keep richer, the rich will hogging up all the money, the rich people do this, they don't have no clue of how it is. They have no clue. They think they know, but they don't know. It ain't easy. It's very difficult. The owner get the big dollars because the owner is taking the most risk. You can leave any time and go somewhere else and work. That owner can't do that. They put their life to build their company up. It was a risk. It just so happened that it made it. But do you know how many companies that don't make it? Do you know how many companies that failed within the first 3 years? If you knew that number and then you saw the ones who surviving, then you'd understand that it's not easy. You just don't start a company and then it takes off. It takes a lot of hard work and effort to build it up, to even give somebody a job. It's hard, man. And black people come into your business and will destroy your establishment, whether they work there or not. They don't care. So be careful of the black people you work with, because black people cannot work together. We don't need to be around each other at all, because we don't care about each other and we'll destroy each other. Y'all take care.